The disturbing reason why Asians idolize whiteness.
Where you at, Berto?
I think it's pretty well known that within Asian communities, there's like this deep-rooted brainwashing that white is just superior. So much to the point that a lot of people are bleaching their skin to the point where they look like a cotton ball. It gets insane. Let's get right into today's video and see what the hell's going on, man. Make sure you guys drop a like on the way in. Where you at, family? I love y'all, appreciate y'all. Now let's go.
I think we all know at this point that the Asian community in general pedestalizes and glorifies whiteness, especially in America.
Asian people in the US are so weird, liking white people more than their own people.
You're yellow on the outside, but you're white inside. Mentally, spiritually, you so want to be white.
And I was actually watching the bro JB Fargo's video about how disgusting Asmongold is.
He basically lives in a roach mansion in just a landfill of a house.
I didn't realize how many rotten burritos were in my room.
Do you know how nasty and dirty?
What? Like, just imagine saying that. Huh, I didn't realize how many rotten burritos were in my room with roaches crying and flying around while there's stains in the toilet. Huh? I didn't notice. Bro, that Asmongold guy is not a real person.
Your house has to be to not know you have a dead animal in your attic.
And even with that, he still has a girlfriend who is obsessed with him. And you can guess it, it's an Asian woman.
Is that a cockroach head? That's a f***ing cockroach head.
Yeah, actually it is.
Maybe she just doesn't have respect for herself.
Which made me kind of go down a rabbit hole of Asians obsessing over whiteness, why, and how they feel about it.
When both your indoor and outdoor environments make you question your self-worth, of course you're going to try and be someone else.
Being obsessed with white culture or seeking validation from white people, it is done to keep us safe from anybody who would weaponize our Asianness against us.
I really hope more Chinese people and other Asian people, let's stop putting mediocre white men on pedestal.
But I'm Jew, welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
This Asmongold situation is like genuinely disgusting. He just sits on this smelly all day, every day, reacting to content. Now this whole thing starts with people online being surprised that Asmongold got a new girlfriend. Her name is Kaise, I believe.
Look at that house. Just look at the background. I would never want to step foot in there.
There was a clip going around of his girlfriend saying that she couldn't use his toilet because of a huge poop stain in it. Yeah.
Is it?
What happened?
Bro, I didn't even, when I just did my bit 2 seconds ago, I was just going off the dome. Like, oh my God, dude. This guy's literally living in a nightmare. I wouldn't even be able to sleep in there.
Your toilet.
What?
It's unusable.
What? It's unusable.
There's like the biggest dookie stain.
No, there's not.
Oh my gosh, I'm almost feeling like I want to throw up, bro.
There is.
Do you know how nasty you have to be to use the bathroom, flush the toilet, look at it, and it's a huge stain in there that you do nothing about, that you just let sit there and harden and be gross?
It can't.
And who knows for how long? Like, oh my God.
And they're laughing about it like it's funny. That is disgusting.
Am I allowed to say that? Are they not supposed to know? They know. You guys know, right? They know.
He says that after he woke up the next day, he cleaned the whole thing. That's how embarrassed he was.
The first thing I did yesterday when I got up is I cleaned it. I did. I cleaned the entire thing. I can get her to confirm that.
Imagine being a full-grown adult and being so disgusting that you leave poop stains in your toilet that somebody else did.
And it's like, he's disgusting, but you almost gotta dissect this even further, because typically, let's just call a spade a spade. We've all been lazy in our lifetime. We've all, you know, probably left our apartment, our house, our room less than satisfactory to what we know the standard is. But then you have company coming over and you don't even think to clean it. Like, just think about this. You a single, you doing whatever you doing. Your house is probably not the most put together, whatever. But whatever, if you want to sit there and soak in your own slop, I mean, I guess. But then you finally get a bitch to come over and you don't clean nothing. Like, that's not even a follicle of a thought in your brain. Like, let me try to leave at least a good first impression. You so dirty and fried in your brain, you're just like, I mean, this is how I'm living. Like, I mean, it's no big deal. This is normal. Roaches flying around and crawling over my body. Yeah, that's you know, She just gotta fuck with that. Yo.
Weirdo.
Can't make this shit up, gang.
Then sees and exposes on stream, and you have to get somebody to validate that you cleaned your bathroom.
I was going to clean it, but I forgot because I was playing video games, okay? Like, that's just the truth.
He sounds like a child. I was going to clean the bathroom that I just messed up, but I forgot because I was playing video games. How about you clean the bathroom when you get done using it like normal people do? I'm telling you, people don't be having home training.
Not because I was playing video games, okay? Like, that's just the truth.
And oh, it absolutely gets worse. While Asmongold was cooking on stream for his girlfriend, she says that she knows he never washes his hands because he had 2 full unused bottles of hand wash on the sink.
Did not wash your hands.
I did.
You know how I know you never wash your hands?
Oh.
So the same day I saw the dookie stain, I was gonna go pee. I saw 2 bottles of hand wash there, completely full. One of them, I actually opened it. You know how you have to do the little twisty thing to open a hand soap?
He's never washed his hands a day in his life before.
I opened it.
Thank you.
But she's still in his house and letting him cook her food with unwashed hands after leaving poop stains in the toilet. It literally hurts my stomach. It's disgusting. And you would think, why is anybody with him? That's the point we'll get to later. Yes, he's Asmongold. He has a huge name. He's rich. He's a multimillionaire, even though I doubt she even sees any of his money because it doesn't look like he sees any of his money. But this whole situation is beyond gross.
What is it for? Why is it just sitting there? You're not even using it.
Somebody comes over, they want to wash their hands.
It was brand new.
Maybe she just doesn't have respect for herself. She then says his fridge looks quote unquote very clean, only to find the head of a cockroach in there. Fucking disgraceful.
I gotta get myself a knife.
It's only semi-clean because the probably just orders McDonald's every day. Like, he doesn't cook or store anything of substance in his fridge. He hasn't opened it since he moved in.
And where is it?
Wait, your fridge is very clean.
Yeah, it is. Of course
Hasn't
it's clean.
been used.
No, never mind.
No, it's not.
Is that a cockroach head? That's a fucking cockroach head.
Yeah, actually it is.
Why is it
How did
just
you
a
know
head?
that? How did you know that?
Because there's a little thing on
The pointing, yeah, no, you're right. They actually,
This cannot be serious. He has a cockroach in his refrigerator. That means there's roaches all over the house. Where there is one, there is a ton. And it's in his refrigerator, which means it's in his food.
oh my God.
Why is it just a
Oh,
head?
I didn't even think about that.
Get away.
Like, if she had any respect for herself, she would have left then and there. Not a soul should be in that house without a hazmat suit on. I mean, he basically lives in a roach mansion in just a landfill of a house.
I didn't realize how many rotten burritos were in my room. There's like 5. I thought there'd be like at most 2.
And found a dead animal in his attic.
That is his house. First off, how do you have multiple burritos?
Did it just rot through the ceiling and drop in like a Walter White scene? You guys watching Breaking Bad when Jesse put the dead body in the bathtub and it just fell through the roof? Just acid burning through this. It just started to rot so much to the point it just had to crack through. That's what this looks like. It doesn't even look like he went looking for it. He definitely wasn't thinking, what's that smell? Because his house probably smells like a dead body. Oh my God.
Laying around rotting. Don't you eat food or dispose of it when you're done eating or you don't finish eating something?
That was probably sitting there for ages. Do you know how nasty and dirty your house has to be to not know you have a dead animal in your attic? It's like the smell of the
Look at it. Oh, I didn't even read this. It literally says it right here. It's not even like he went looking for it. Took the day off to find some dead animal in my attic that smelled bad and ended up falling through the ceiling. You didn't go look for it. It fell through the ceiling. It found you. It was looking for you.
dead animal mixed in with the natural scent of his crib, and he didn't notice. Now they're just cooking his girlfriend on Twitter for basically getting with someone this disgusting, saying that the job market is so bad the only options are being homeless or letting Asmongold enter you. A white man could look like a sardine with 3 patches of hair on his scalp, and there's still an Asian bitch out there that will fuck him. I mean, you're seeing it right here as facts. Someone else said, being so afraid to work for your dollar to a point where you go Asmongold is just insane. I'm sorry. And they not lying, but I'm not surprised at all when it comes to Asian women. They be letting the most disgusting types of men smash. Like, it's insane. Plus, he's racist too. He got exposed for saying the N-word on this.
Asmongold is super racist, and I've made multiple videos about him at this point being racist, saying bigoted, anti-black things. So to be a minority and date a racist, you have no racial self-esteem.
So, I mean, it kind of lines up with my personal experiences with Asian people. Based on those experiences I've had, they're oftentimes prejudiced against people who aren't white, Asian, or rich. And he's 2 out of the 3. And I've had a few racist encounters like that even when I was in the military. Stories that I'll probably tell you another time.
Shout out to Fargo, but this video basically made me look into that whole subject a little bit more. You know, the Asian community's obsession and glorification of whiteness. And I talked about it before with the Asian comedian Hans Kim being racist.
My only problem with ICE is that they're going after every minority group except black people.
Weirdo. Did he just... See, this is the thing, like... I'm all for comedy. I can't cap. Like, I genuinely love dark humor. But it just wasn't even... That wasn't even funny. But you see who's laughing in the back, though. Look at that. We got midlife crisis Caillou back here, thinking this was the funniest thing since Dave Chappelle. Come on, man.
And being called out for tap dancing and kissing the ass of racists.
Hans Kim, you can suck it. That line, give them more room to breathe, made my skin crawl.
By being racist himself.
What's the most conservative thing about you?
I hate certain minorities.
Whoa! The number one least favorite minority group, according to Hans Kim, is
the blacks.
His hunger to be in the proximity of whiteness.
Racism I've seen from Asians, the racism I've seen from East Asians, the racism I've seen from East Asian men is enough to send me into a psychosis.
We all know here in America, the Asian community has always been propped up against the black community as the model minority, meaning they know their place, they stay in their role, they're okay with being subservient to white people, and that's how all minorities need to act.
The model minority myth, because that was basically brought on to us as a way to somehow align us with whiteness, in the sense that, yeah, we're accepted because we're smart and we were hardworking and whatnot. And although that's all true, it's also saying you're a good minority, therefore there must be a bad minority, right?
And in general, the Asian community has benefited in this country by being white people's preferential minority. They were given access to funds and loans in black communities to open businesses where black people couldn't even get loans to open businesses in our own community.
Asian Americans were being given loans to open businesses in black communities, even though black people were not able to receive loans to open businesses in their own communities.
So we know here from our own experiences in the black community that they see proximity to whiteness as success for them, and they try to get as far away from black people as possible.
Asian Americans have historically been racialized as emasculated in America under white supremacy, but some small lapdogs respond to that humiliation by trying to reclaim power and masculinity through proximity to power, through proximity to whiteness, and distancing themselves from blackness.
But the question itself still remains, why do Asians glorify white so much?
Asian people didn't just randomly start glorifying white people. It does stem from colorism, because in Asia, they believe that if you're lighter skinned, then you're not outside working, which gives you status because you're more rich. For hundreds of years, white countries had the most power through colonization. So because of that, whiteness became tied to beauty.
And it's so crazy that it's still happening today. Like, this is still a narrative that is so deep rooted within Asian culture that we see it today. If you guys go check out some of the biggest K-pop stars, they literally look like ghosts. She looked like she about to come through the screen and be on some grudge. Like, their skin is so pale. It's crazy.
Money, power, wealth, intelligence, status, everywhere, not just Asian countries. Think about it like this: when every single magazine or ad, celebrities and beauty standards keep pushing Eurocentric features as the idea for generations, everyone started internalizing that.
Black people experienced their own version of colorism where it was accepted and praised by the Asian community. The black community rejected it and moved away from it and embraced our blackness, hence afros in the 50s and 60s. The pro-blackness, black power, black is beauty, black excellence. But colorism and division was definitely a thing at one point, even if it isn't now. And we never just were fully assimilated into white culture in general, where we looked at that as the thing to be.
Asian people were heavily discriminated against as well. Exclusion acts, anti-Asian laws, internment camps, and a lot of propaganda portraying Asian people as dirty, dangerous, and foreign. For a very long time, Asian people were not accepted in America.
You would think that experience will make you reject whiteness, will make you reject a racist white society that didn't like you.
That's when I be thinking to myself, it's just like, everybody's so quick to tear down the black man, but like, I'm not pushing for hate on nobody, but the Caucasian man was the one that was be colonizing, conquering, and destroying everything. We ain't, like, it wasn't us, nigga. We ain't do it. They did. If you gonna be mad, I'm not saying that I'm not pushing no hate agenda, but if you're gonna be mad at somebody, why are you mad at us?
And didn't want you and built propaganda against you. That's legit what happened to black people back in the day, but I feel like our response was different to it. We were defiant, we marched, we protested, we built our own culture, and it thrives today.
On came the model minority stereotype, where Asian people started getting praised for being quiet and non-confrontational, and acceptance became conditional. Asian countries till this day still perpetuate colorism, but the glorifying of white people from Asian people did not come out of nowhere.
So many people around the world have the same story of colonization playing a part in how they function as a society, as a community. I just think it's interesting how some people chose to be defiant and fight back against it, and how some people completely accepted it, praise whiteness to this day, and completely choose to assimilate into a society that didn't want them in the first place.
There's a long and extensive history of European colonization in Asia. The British colonized India and made repeated attempts to colonize China during the 1800s. That's why the British occupied Hong Kong until the 1990s. Southeast Asia, from India to China, was known as French Indochina because of French colonization. The Dutch colonized Taiwan, the Portuguese occupied Macau, and the French occupied Shanghai. A specific problem faced by Asian Americans is the problem of the perpetual foreigner. It doesn't matter how long we've been here. It doesn't matter how many generations our families have been in the United States. It doesn't matter how loyal we've been to the United States. Just because of how we look, we are judged as not being from here, not belonging here, and being inherently suspicious. And that creates a powerful pressure to assimilate, especially when our safety can rely on how well we have assimilated. And that's not the same thing as being obsessed with white culture or seeking validation from white people. It is done to keep us safe from anybody who would weaponize our Asianness against us.
But still, in gravitating toward whiteness and glorifying whiteness, you are in essence doing exactly what they wanted and becoming the type of people that they want you to be. Which
I think the bigger thing too, again, not everybody is moving from a place of hate. Some people genuinely, it's brainwashing, bro. And that's where it's like, wrong is wrong. So I'm not going to sit here and justify something that's wrong. But some people literally don't know nothing else. I could imagine how difficult it is to rewiring your brain and accepting something new that was never your life to begin with. But it's crazy, bro. Again, wrong is still wrong. But it is interesting to get that perspective, though, because essentially you literally are doing exactly what they wanted you to do. They pretty much just saying, good boy, shut up and stay in your corner. And they're doing it.
Does reinforce the modern minority myth, where they are seen as the good minorities, again, because they're quiet, they're compliant.
In racial triangulation, Asians are valorized in comparison to black people, but still kept as foreign to white.
Why are Asian people in the US like this?
Asian people in the US are so weird, liking white people more than their own people.
Think of it like this. When COVID hit,
so they're calling out their own community for that perceived white glorification.
Remember all the anti-Asian rhetoric that was going around America? Now imagine that energy stretched over a lifetime. Growing up, I'd hear that Asian men are not attractive, we only know how to do math, we can't drive, we have the funny accents, the slanty eyes. It's really hard, given all of that, to grow up as an Asian man in America and be proud of who you are. Now imagine coming home and the people in your house are Asian parents who don't express their emotions, who lay hands on you, who don't ever apologize, who make you feel less than for not wanting to be a doctor or engineer. And so when both your indoor and outdoor environments make you question your self-worth, of course you're going to try and be someone else. I think that's human nature. And in America, what group do you look towards? White people.
I've never looked at a white person like I want to be a white person. Even when
Yeah, but again, I agree. I'm here with you. I'm right here with you. But I am hearing that perspective. It's like, and that'd be the thing about this world, bro. It's like everybody just the main character in their own life. I'm hearing what he's saying, and again, it's that brainwashing, bro. You grow up in an environment where it's just this is that and that is this. And even though we not looking at the Caucasian man and thinking that's what we want, I can see that within that Asian community or in that Asian household, even if they don't fuck with their parents still pointing at what success looks like, and they showing and demonstrating it's this person, and who's at the end of that stick? It's the white man. So it's like it's brainwashing at the end of the day. But we really just gotta, man. I feel like we're getting closer though, because with the popularization of interracial couples and whatnot, I feel like is slowly but surely getting weaved out. You know what I'm saying? I think I was reading a statistic the other day that was saying, and don't quote me on this, there's this article right here talking about the future is a mixed race. In the future, a lot of people might look like Danielle Shoemake, a 21-year-old college student from Fort Worth, Texas. Shoemake was a dark, curly hair, brown eyes, and an olive skin tone that caused many mistakes of her heritage as Mediterranean. Her actual pedigree is more complex. Her father is a half Cherokee, half Caucasian, and her mother, who was born in Jamaica, is the child of an Indian mother and an African and Scottish father. Y'all can read the rest of that if y'all want to. Point being is, people are mixing the pots, man. Love is love, and people are, doing what they do with different races. And I don't know if this is 100% fact, but this is just a theory here. The time is gonna come where it's like we all just gotta end up loving each other because we all gonna be the same. Everybody gonna be mixed up. Entertain me for a second, but the point being is, bro, all this racist BS, it sucks, man. And then in 2026, I hope we can finally at least start showing signs of putting all that behind us. We can't forget our history. We 100% should always be campaigning for our independence and be proud of our culture and our heritage, but we also have to get to a point where we're not moving with hate, but a love and appreciation for ourselves that's ultimately demonstrating true confidence.
When I was growing up and I loved action movies, I never looked at Arnold Schwarzenegger like, I want to be Arnold. I want to look like him. Why do I look like me? My blackness was never in question. Being black was never a bad thing for me, but I guess that goes back to what he's saying about parents reinforcing negative stereotypes or whatever. My family was black and they just raised me thinking black was beautiful. There was nothing wrong with us. My grandma always raised me to not move off the sidewalk when white people were walking by, look them in the eye, firm handshake, don't be scared or intimidated by anybody. But for instance, if you were raised in a household that glorified whiteness, maybe that's what you would glow up revering and glorifying.
The heroes in all the movies, they're on all the magazines. It is very easy to put them on a pedestal, which I did, admittedly. And my story isn't unique.
You'll be shocked to find out how many Chinese people worship whiteness, specifically putting mediocre white men on pedestal.
We know from Twitter's translate feature at this point how much anti-blackness there is in Asian communities, where they're scared of us for no reason.
In Japan, we think they're scary.
Demonize us for no reason. Their skeletal structure and the way their muscles are built are on a completely different level from Japanese people. I'm slim, so if I get pinned down, it'd be over in seconds. What? Hate us for no reason. Go over to African countries to terrorize them and punish them.
Oh my God, that's sick, bro. Now this is sick.
Have racist dolls and caricatures of black people that they abuse. It's really crazy, actually, that I guess they turn that self-hate that they have for themselves onto black people for some reason, even though we have nothing to do with their relationship and worshiping of whiteness.
I'm saying this because I used to be one of them. Okay, this is so embarrassing to admit. Beyonce, please forgive my sin. But looking back,
Please, Beyonce, forgive my sin. Beyonce is not your Jesus Christ, bro. What are we doing? She's not your Lord and Savior. Beyonce's not your savior.
Aside of my people-pleasing and savior complex, being seen with a white man really did make me special in the way that I probably wouldn't feel if I'm with an Indian, Asian, black, or any other man of color.
Said being with a white man made her feel special is wow.
And I think this is connected to the message we received as we grew up. Back then, all the leaders of all industries are white people, and all the Hollywood movies, TV shows we watched are filled with white faces. So without even realizing it, the sense of white supremacy is already subtly ingrained in our heads. And you can see this effect in the East Asian beauty standards. All the girls like high nose, double eyelids, and really white skin. And
Which that's to be the crazy thing. Like these Asian girls, they'll go and get they shit surgically changed when, bro, I be thinking the Asian eyelid, it should be cute. Like it's so much of our natural stuff that make us unique, and we so quick to go try and change it to appeal to something that don't even look natural on us because we weren't born that way. Shit's weird, bro. It be blowing me.
It makes me wonder if the media we consumed as kids told us that Indian girls are the standard of beauty, would there still be so many girls who would go extreme to harm their bodies to white their skin?
I didn't even know skin whitening or skin bleaching was a thing that Asians did, so that's something new for me.
You're yellow on the outside, but you're white inside. Mentally, spiritually, you so want to be white. But as they say, you live and you learn. I really hope more Chinese people and other Asian people, let's stop putting mediocre white men on pedestal.
Putting mediocre white men on a pedestal, that describes Asmongold's girlfriend to a T. Because that disgusting man having a girlfriend that seemingly worships him is beyond belief. And you would just think from having a common struggle and a common enemy, which is white supremacy and racist white people, that people that also go through that struggle would align with the other people that are fighting that struggle, which would be the black community.
Asian Americans are capable of solidarity, accountability. They are capable of complexity and critique.
But it's been the complete opposite, where again, the Asian community has distanced itself as far as it can from the black community to get closer to whiteness. I guess to prove a point that they're with white people and they're worth it and they're not like us. But kind of like the other woman said, they'll always be viewed as foreigners or outsiders and never fully accepted. So why worship that in the first place? No, this is a...
Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment section. Let me make it clear. I also know that this is just not all Asian people, but you know, just like anything else, there's the good and the bad in all demographics. But if any of you guys have experienced this and actually have some authentic insight and experiences, leave them in the comment section, man. I'm very curious to see how y'all feel about it and what y'all real world experiences are like when it comes to this topic. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys click right here and keep watching videos on the channel. I'll see you on the next one. I'm gone.